Hello, students. Welcome to lesson 4 of distance learning for unit 11. Today we'll be working on IXL S4, which is area of trapezoids. So the first thing we need to do is write down what the area of a trapezoid is. So the easiest formula I work with is area is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2, all times the height. What you're doing is you're going to average the bases together and find the common ground between them and then multiply it by the height. So think about this triangle here. If I were to take it and flip it and put it here, then what I would do is I'd be finding a rectangle. Really think about this as base times height, except we need to average the bases. So we're going to move this one over a little bit this way, we're going to move that one over a little bit that way, and now we have a rectangle. Okay, so in this case here is base 1. We'll label base 1, base 2. It doesn't matter top or bottom. Okay, we have base 1 and base 2. And then here's the height. So for this example, we're going to say area is equal to 2 feet plus 6 feet. Let me make that nicer. 2 feet plus 6 feet all over 2 times 9 feet. So we're going to say area equals 8 feet divided by 2 times 9 feet. So area equals 4 feet times 9 feet. And area is equal to 9, 18, 27, 36 feet squared. All right, and that's it. Let's try our next one. Looks like here's base 1, base 3, base 2 is 9 centimeters. Here's the height, which is 10 centimeters. And so we're going to use our formula. Area equals base 1 plus base 2 times divided by 2 times the height. Oops. So area equals 3 centimeters plus 9 centimeters divided by 2 times height, which is 10 centimeters. So area equals 9 and 3 is 12 centimeters over 2 times 10 centimeters. So area equals 6 centimeters times 10 centimeters. So area equals 60 centimeters squared. All right. And that's it for that one. Let me just put the final answer in a box. So these are straightforward. These are given the 3 measurements. Find your area. They are going to get a little more complicated. Sometimes, well, in this one, it looks like, oh yeah, this is just a word problem. Okay, we can do this. Oh, this does not like me. Okay. So area is going to be equal to base 1 is 5.9 inches and base 2 is 9 inches. It doesn't matter which one goes where because we're adding them together and dividing by 2. times a height of 9 inches. Now be careful, when you do this in your calculator, you have to make sure your order of operations are correct. You have to do 5.9 plus 9, okay? So 5.9 plus 9 is 14.9 divided by 2. Okay, I'm running out of room, so I'm gonna move this over. So area equals 14.9 over 2, 14.9 inches over 2 times 9 inches. Yeah, so 5.9 plus 9, and then divide that by 2, so I get 7.45. 7.45 inches times 9 inches. And so area equals 67.05 inches squared. Because inches times inches is inches squared. 7.45 times 9 is 67.05. Yep, so 67.05. I just want to make sure I did everything right. All right. Now this one, a trapezoid has 3.7-inch base and a 2-inch base, as well as 4-inch height. Okay, same thing. So make sure you write this out every time to get the practice you need. So we're going to do area equals 3.7 inches plus 2 inches all over 2 times the 4-inch height. So area equals 5.7 inches over 2 times my 4-inch height. So 5.7 divided by 2 is 2.85. And that's going to multiply by 4 inches, so I get area equals 11.4 inches squared. And I'm done. Oops. 11.4 inches squared. It does not like when I have pictures on here. 11.4 square inches. Okay. Sometimes you will have to work backwards. So this one is a little bit tricky because you don't know your height, but you do know your area. You know your bases as well. So let's put in the information we know to our equation. So we are going to do, here's base 1, here's base 2, here's height, and here's area. So I'm going to substitute 120 in here. We don't need the units. Let's just leave the units out of it. We do know that when we solve it, it's going to be in terms of yards, though. So 120 equals 6 plus 14 over 2 times u, which is our height. I can leave it h if we want to. So 120 equals 20 over 2 times my height. So 120 equals 10 times height. And so now we're going to divide both sides by 10. And I get that 10 yards is equal to my height. So this one's a working backwards problem where you're going to have to we're going to have to solve for the missing piece. Now you can always check your work. Do 6 plus 14 equals, then divide by 2. Don't divide by 2 without it. It might divide the 14 by 2, and that's not what you want. So add 6 plus 14 equals 20. Divided by 2, so now you get 10. And now your height that you found was, 6 plus 14. Oh, sorry. See, I just checked my work and found a mistake. 120 divided by 10 is 12. See? That's why it's good to check. Okay, so let's do that again. So 6 plus 14 divided by 2. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. Now times the height of 12, and I get 120. All right, a trapezoid has an area of 207 square yards. One base is 9 yards long. The height measures 18 yards. What is the length of the other base? So here we have an area of 207 is given. We have a base and the height, but we need the length of the other base. So we're going to have to use our formula. And put in the information that we know. So we know that the area is 207. We know one of the bases is 9, but we don't know the other base. So let's call it base 1 plus 9. We don't know what that is. And then times the height, which is 18 yards. Okay? Let's divide both sides by 18. So I get 11.5 equals B1 plus 9 over 2. Multiply both sides by 2. So we get 23 equals B1 plus 9. And then we're going to take away 9 from both sides. So 14 equals B1. So the answer here is 14. All right, so that's solving for missing piece. And now this one is just figuring out which one has a greater area. So don't forget your area formula. So I'll do the one in purple first. So area is going to be 6 centimeters plus 12 centimeters over 2 times 17.3. And let's do that work. So it's 18 divided by 2, which is 9. So area equals 18 centimeters over 2 times 17.3. So area equals 9 centimeters times 17.3 centimeters. So area equals times 17.3 equals 100. Whoa. 155 centimeters. Oh, 0.7. 155.7 centimeters squared. Okay, this next one in red is area equals 9 centimeters plus 19.5 centimeters divided by 2, all times 10.9. Times 10.9 centimeters. Okay, 9 plus 19.5. So I get area equals 28.5 centimeters over 2 times 10.9 centimeters. So divided by 2, we get 14.25 centimeters times 10.9 centimeters. So I'm going to multiply this by 10.9, and I get 155.325 centimeters squared. Wow, those are close. Those are very close, but one of them does have a greater area. And that is the one in purple by a very slight margin. Okay, so we can't assume. We have to do out all the work, and the work tells us that that is the one with the greatest area. Okay. Looks like I have one more problem that I'll do, and then we'll be done. Okay. So we have this triangle, this trapezoid in green. So area is 6 yards plus 19 yards over 2 times 16 yards. So 6 plus 19 is 25. So area equals 25 yards over 2 times 16 yards. Area equals 12.5 yards times 16 yards. So now that total amount is 200 yards squared. All right, that's the one in green. Now we have the one in brownish. I'll do this one in orange. So we have area equals 12 yards plus 20 yards over 2 times 13, times 13 yards. 12 and 20 is 32. Half of 32 is 16 yards times 13 yards. And that ends up being 208 yards squared when we multiply them together. So I think it's clear that the one in brown is the largest, has the largest area. Looks like I have a color just like it. So let me change the color of that. And there we go. Whoops. All right, and that's it. So make sure you do IXL assignment S4, area of trapezoids. All right, good luck.